Well, it's a gorgeous day today, and we're hoping for a wonderful weekend. What's coming up for the Harwich Cranberry Festival this weekend?
Well, yeah, as you know, the festival sponsors a couple of craft shows during the summer in Brooks Park, and the second one of them is coming up this Saturday and Sunday, August 13th and 14th, from 10 to 5, both days. We have a good group of craft people, many from Cape Cod, a lot from Southeast Massachusetts. We're trying to provide a place for local artists to be. There are a few people from, Connecticut, but the bulk of everybody is coming from local areas, and they're real good craftspeople. And then in addition, we have a crafts tent for the kids activities, which is free. They can do some crafts projects, and then the Cranberry Festival food tent, which we're doing hot dogs and hamburgers and sausage, and the ever refreshing cranberry coolers. So it'll be a good weekend. The weather is going to be nice, and I hope everybody can come on by. And it's tax-free weekend, so it's a good weekend to come out and shop. And the vendors, local folks, would just love it if you bought something from them.
Tell us about parking.
Well, parking is always limited. We park at the little bit of parking space right at the park, over by the tennis court, sort of expanding out. Town hall parking lot is good, or up at the high school. And if you want to avoid it all, we're just off the bike trail.
Yep.
If you bicycle on by. And we will look after your bike over near the food booth if you want to leave it while walking around.
Well, as usual, the Harwich Cranberry Festival is a lovely event, and especially now we have freedom to roam around without being real jammed up, and we have real local artists. After we finish with August, let's get into September, because we got big doings, starting with, should we start off with Beach Day, September 10th?
Well, Beach Day is the annual event we do. It's the weekend before the festival, and it's sort of a relaxing time for local folks to get together and have a fun day at the beach. We do a lot of games for the kids. Again, another arts and crafts tent. We're having Sparky is going to do hay rides up and down Red River Beach. We have pony rides, and Leo Kakunis is bringing over some of his farm animals. Ring Brothers is going to be doing cooking demonstrations. We have games and a sand building castle. Again, the festival will be there with our food stand, refreshment stand, and that goes from 11 to about 3 when we sort of wind down for a while, and then festivities pick up again about 6. We'll have the band, the Beach Plums, are going to come down and play on the beach. And at 7:30, when it starts getting dark, we light a big bonfire on the beach, which is a nice event. And this year we're going to provide some smaller fire, little bonfire things, and provide sticks and marshmallows, so you can roast your marshmallows. It's something a little bit safer than trying to get close to the bonfire to roast it, but it'll be a good time.
These people, the Cranberry Committee, Cranberry Festival, don't forget anything. Marshmallows too, roasted. We may even have a cake sale. But you know what? We got to tell you, it's at Red River Beach.
Yes, it is.
And that's important. And parking is very adequate at Red River. And it's usually a lovely, lovely day. The kids have a wonderful time.
And two of our festival volunteers have undertaken it primarily to organize it, Tom and Dolores Sherry. And Dolores has been out every business from Yarmouth to Chatham, and the list of prizes that she has to give the kids for the games is amazing. And plus, she got donations of some larger items, and so we'll be having a raffle during it. So it'll be a real nice event.
Okay, so we clean up the beach for Beach Day. That's September 10th, 11 to 3 at Red River Beach. And then on to the grand Harwich Music Festival, Harwich Cranberry. Tell us about that and the date.
Well, okay, it's the Harwich. We're starting to refer to it now as the Harwich Cranberry Arts and Music Festival because we're concentrating on arts and crafts and music at it. But before I get too much into that, one other thing I forgot to mention is also at Beach Day, the fire department, the police department, the public works department are going to bring down some of their equipment, trucks and equipment for the kids to play on and climb on. And it's sort of referred to as a touch-a-truck event, and the kids love it. So that's that. But anyway, back to the next weekend. It's Saturday and Sunday, 17th and 18th. We go again from 10 to 5 both days for the Arts and Crafts Fair. When we've got a much larger number of vendors coming in for that fair. We also at Brooks Park will be using the parking lot to set up for food vendors because with the larger crowd we need more than just our little hot dog and hamburger stand to feed them. Want to make sure everybody can get something to eat. And then so parking for that event. The parking lot at the tennis court we reserve for handicap parking because for the folks that are have mobility problems, and then the bulk of the parking will be up at the high school, which is not too long a walk, but for some it is. So we've contracted with Cape Destinations to run a shuttle bus, and it's to be equipped with a lift. So if somebody needs that, it'll be there, and they'll run 10 to 5 also. We're going to ask for a $2 donation to park there to help defray some of the costs of running the shuttle and other things. But it's plenty of parking up there. And then on Saturday at noon, WFMR, the community radio station on the Lower and Outer Cape, is setting up down in the Hollow to put on the music festival. And they have a great lineup of music this year. Everything from Irish to a young man from Harwich High School who's a rap artist, to Cajun Zydeco band, to a couple bluegrass bands, to folk singers, a full range. And they'll be going on Saturday from noon to 7. We don't want to run it too late because it gets dark down there and we have some public safety issues. And then on Sunday it'll run it'll start up after the parade. The parade's at noon, and when that's over, the music starts up and runs till 4. We learned last year that if there's a Patriots game on, and they're starting just a little after 4, there is no reason to try and compete with that. So the music will be off at finish up at 4. We'll have 4 bands on Sunday, and that'll be a great event. Down in the Hollow, they'll be serving beer and wine, and we're looking at getting some other refreshments down there. So.
And that's at Brooks Park, right down the street here. That big festival. That's our big fundraiser. That's our the Harwich Cranberry Festival is a nonprofit, and we give scholarships with the money that is raised. So come on down and join. Bring some community spirit and come on down and join the fun. We've got quite a few nice venues for you. Anything else that we can add?
Well, one thing that we haven't talked about yet is the parade.
Oh, I forgot.
And the parade is again on Sunday. Start at noon. We'll be marshaling the parade together at the elementary school, and it'll come up South Street and come through Harwich Center and turn up Oak Street and end on its way to the high school. It's not a long parade, but we're hoping that many of the local businesses come and put an entry in. We're looking at a lot of the youth groups are participating, and some of the other organizations in town. And it's not really meant to be, you know, a national caliber parade. It's a community parade to highlight who we are. And so we're looking for as many people to enter, whether you have an old vintage car and want to put it in, or I've always said, you know, if you want to enter a float, go down to A&W and get a root beer float, put it on a wagon, and walk through. But the theme of this year is it's the Berry Cranberry Parade, and so I'm waiting for that entry of folks all dressed up as cranberries marching in formation.
And Leo can juice them, can step on them and juice them. Listen, if you want any information, we have a website, harwichcranberryfestival.com. Go on there. You can get vendor applications, you can get parade applications, and you can get all of this information in print. Yes. It's a great website. I think that's about it. I think we can sign off. I just wish our British friends were here. Maybe next visit we'll get the Royal British Legion during festival time. Wouldn't that be exciting? That would be. Okay.
Yeah, well, in signing off, I just want to encourage everybody this weekend that hears this to come on over to Brooks Park. Like I said, it's great local vendors, and they do wonderful work. They're part of our community, and they deserve our support. And plus, no sales tax this weekend,
That's
so
right.
it's a great time to come and help support them.
And we're raising money for our community, for our scholarships. And we're going to sign off, and we'll see you at the fair. We'll see you at the parade. Come on down. Thanks, Ed McManus, for coming out. Ed is president of the festival, and all the committee members. Thanks a lot.